And we're actually live. We've had a few very small technical difficulties tonight, which means we've been live about 4 times. You just haven't fucking seen it. But we are live. And we're live because I've just got a notification on my phone, so that's perfect. So I'm really happy with that. That's the good news tonight. There is some bad news tonight, which Dedrick's going to go on about in a minute. He's the one that broke it to me. Now, I've set this stream up based on information that I've seen collected via various sources, Twitter, Tomato Ketchup. But the information I've had is that Sancho is coming. This is a Sancho to Man United stream. Dedrick has just pulled off some information which shocked me, which is why I've changed the title of this ever so slightly. Dedrick, what are you saying?
Well, in the last hour or so, we've obviously had the likes of James Ducker coming out and saying that United are basically not prepared to pay the 120 million euro fee, which Dortmund are asking for due to them losing 150 million due to the COVID-19 crisis. Simon Stone has also come out and said United also don't want to repeat mistakes of paying sky-high wages. They're prepared to walk away and look at other options. And then you've got Christian Falk coming out and saying Man United and Sancho have an agreement on a contract till 2025. The player gets a mega salary, but Dortmund still insist on a 120 million euro transfer fee. And also, just to spice that up a little bit, Romano has also retweeted that, what Christian Falk said. So, not all negative in that one, but obviously Simon Stone and Ducker seem to think that this one might be hanging by a thread. So, not all.
Yeah, which is madness, really. Seems like you get all of that hard propaganda of he's definitely coming, and it's a little bit of a setback from just this main positive we've had all day. But my opinion is, and I will ask you this firstly as well, Dedrick, just based on everything you've accumulated today and heard about today, do you think this man is still coming? Right.
I think he's still coming. I'm not 100% sure. If we were any other club, I'd say yeah, it's nailed on. But it's Woodward, isn't it? But some people have also been saying that we did this prior to signing Fernandes. We leaked it out and briefed that we wouldn't be held to ransom. But having a pissing contest with Sporting Lisbon and then having one with Borussia Dortmund is two very, very different things.
Yes, that is true. Actually, Borussia Dortmund are not the sort of club that are going to get put around. Yeah, they're going to get the fee that they want. They got it with every player that they've ever sold. They got it with Dembele. They got Dembele. It's the only one I can think of right now. But
when they didn't get the fee they wanted, they let Lewandowski go to Bayern because they didn't get the fee, so they were happy to let him walk a season later.
No, I've actually got no, wrong. Sorry, though, mate. Sorry to call you out on that. There's some weird thing with Bayern Munich actually, like, especially when that Lewandowski thing was going on. Dortmund were actually about to go bust a few times in the German league. Bayern Munich bailed them out for sums of money. Bayern Munich wanted competition. They knew that if they lost Dortmund, they basically lost the league, and a part of the caveat to that, part of a repayment loans and stuff, is they took players from Borussia Dortmund for nothing, and there was more than Lewandowski. So there was a few that they basically said, we'll bail you out, we'll give you all this money, but we want your players. So they are a feeder club. Go on, mate.
I'm saying, was that not like years and years before that? Was that not like in the mid-noughties then?
Yes, and there's still like some. I think they're back to the square run now, but definitely around the Lewandowski time, which was probably 8 years ago or something now, surely.
Yeah. Remember, Gertz went for a fee. Gertz went for 30 million, and
Again, it
obviously,
seemed cheap, but they tend to get their fee, get the money for the man that they so and that they're about to sell. End of the day, they brought him for nothing. Huge financial deal for them, and they want to make sure they get the money. End of the day, they are trying to challenge. They have got to replace him. And this is the big thing for United as well. We need to have some sort of humility and be respectful to the fact that they're gonna don't leave it last minute because it fucks them about, and then the later you leave it, the more likely they are plugged due to the fact that they can't replace. But in my opinion, every transfer we have right at the last minute, when all the propaganda's towards assigning them, last minute it changes, and it's just nonsense. They did it about Harry Maguire, they did it about Wan-Bissaka. He's not coming in the end. They always come. I genuinely think one over the line. I've seen too much from things otherwise. I mean, I know I've already asked you this. Do you honestly think?
there's always a small part in it, isn't there, that has the doubt. Because I've seen us mess up easier deals.
Yeah,
I've
that's true.
seen us mess up easier deals. I'm not as optimistic as what I was prior to seeing that on Twitter. I had it in my head, literally, this is fucking one and done. This is boxed off because you've got pictures of him on Instagram saying Terminal 7 with a picture of a plane. He's on a plane. He's going somewhere. So something's been agreed.
Yeah,
I don't care what everyone says. You don't get permission to travel and potentially get on a plane and go to, unless you're Odin Wingy, just go to another club to have a bit of a, so something's been agreed. So someone's not being kept in the loop. But I think when it comes to big value targets, it's you never 100%, or you just want to see them out in the shirt, and then you can have a bit of a sigh, breathe a bit of a sigh of relief.
yeah, that's so true. I've just been reading ever so very quickly some of these tweets, and I have one here that you've already said this, Dedrick, but we'll repeat it. The first one is Borussia Dortmund that United are prepared to walk away from the demands. They wait the fees, wages spoken about. Take no coronavirus. Adamant clubs far apart. No, I think that's complete bollocks from Simon Stone. I really do. I actually just gonna completely dismiss that. I think that's. Um,
It's
however,
a bit bollocks because he only come out over there that he agreed. We agreed contract with him, so the wage bit's obviously bollocks.
yeah. So exactly that, which leads me to believe that the whole thing's bollocks. Which moves on to Christian Falk, who was on the United stand, has a reputation to keep, so I doubt he's going to get bollocks. They have an agreement. Man United and Sancho have an agreement on a contract till 2020. I get some salary. Dortmund still insists on 100. Absolutely fair from Dortmund. I think they did nothing to get. Fabrizio also retweeted that. So again, I think that they're just niggling over 10 million. Give a fuck. Mark's dropped a god comment in the chat though. What do you think of Gomez going on loan to the Portuguese team Boa Vista?
Piss take, isn't it? It literally is a joke. Why couldn't we just loan him out? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and cry that Angel Gomez is gone. Personally, we be out sounding too harsh. Fuck him. But at the end of the day, you've refused contract at United because you want playing time. So then you've gone to Lille. They've loaned you straight out. Fucking what was the point? Why couldn't we just loan him out then? If he's going to be this next big thing, why couldn't we loan him out? Why we offered him? Why didn't we say to him when we were offering him a contract, sign the contract and we'll loan you out? I don't understand why he would move to a club and then immediately get loaned out. It's pointless.
I think you're right. Everything you said. I think he fucked up, or his team fucked him. I think they've sold him down the Garden River and told him clubs are in. These Juventus all want you.
Also,
Yeah, Barca, they all want you. So you're better off not taking the contract at United, going to one of these big teams, getting this imaginary first team football. And I think he's declined the contract at United and then gone, okay, so where are these offers? And they're going, well, we're waiting for the phone to ring. It just isn't fucking ringing. So I think he's been sold up the garden path, and I think even he will sit here. You know, it's like that meme with the guy fucking crying with the happy face in front of him. He's gonna act like this is a great deal for him, but this is horrendous for Angel
yeah, he's been
Um,
hoodwinked.
yeah, he's just been fucked up. I feel sorry for the lad. Just goes to show you what can happen when you don't have a good team around you. It goes to show you what a great decision Titi Chong's made. Fuck's sake, Boa Vista. You'll be better off going on loan to Bill, honestly. And the worst thing about it for Gomez is I can't see him tearing apart. I can't see him being Boa Vista's best player. Means that when he goes back to Lille, they're probably not. I'm gonna throw a real fucking a real horrible statement, to be honest. But I think this is the last you'll ever hear of Angel Gomez. And for a talent that was hyped at United for being like the best thing since sliced bread, I've always said, I don't know what your opinion is, quick. I've always said that out to be this particular United team, you're actually great the fuck. No matter what age you are, who you are, good, you're Rashford, Greenwood, good enough, you're Brandon Williams, good enough, you're Fanzibi, enough, you're in. Fucked him up. Do you think that he was actually a generational talent or just overhyped?
I think he was good for his age bracket. I think he was the best at that age bracket, but I think other players have then just kind of progressed past him and he's stayed at the same level. Obviously, his height is always going to go against him. The guy's like 5'5". Not that there's anything wrong with being short, but technically, I think he's good. But even in pre-seasons and other little cameos that I've seen, there hasn't been anything that I've gone. There's something there. There's something there. I haven't seen it. I didn't see. Obviously, I didn't see it on his debut when he was like 16. But even on little cameos it's had, I've never once seen anything that's made me go. Apart from that, no, not even that. I'm going to say that goal he scored against Spurs in pre-season, but it were a bit of a fucking bad keeping, if I'm honest. So, but I don't rate the guy, and I don't rate Chong that much. But if you're going to ask me who I'd rather keep out of them two, if I had to keep one of them, it would have been Chong.
That's true. True. Me too. To be honest, Gomez could have become something. Maybe, but he had a lot of work to do and a long way to go, and he's just jumped shit. Attitude anyway. So good luck. Good for me. Breaking exclusive news on Sancho. He likes white bread. That's sick. Like any news. White bread it is for Sancho. Again, I'm positive. I still think he's going over the line. Makes me laugh though, and I don't want to name names at all. I'm not name dropping. There's been a lot of fucking absolute bellends and it pretending like they have inside information, and it's just ridiculous. And this reason why us United fans get so fucking fed up. Like, what other transfers does every fucking influencer or anyone who's anyone all put their two pennies worth? It's always a Man United player, and we all get so fucking fed up, and we go, "Oh, transfers now." This transfer probably isn't long and drawn out. It'll probably be thrashed out over about a week. Problem is, we've been hearing about it for 6 months, and I don't think that's any fault of the club at all. That's us. That's us. It's down to not us as fans, but all the fucking bellends that want pennies worth. And like they've got in the information. They don't. Fucking don't. Fabrizio Romano doesn't right now. Because let's be honest, he's telling us everything he fucking knows. If he hasn't got any information, neither of you. That's Sancho like done and dusted for coming in. I just think we just need to just relax, calm ourselves down. Just what we should be doing. What I'm kind of doing, I don't know about you, mate, is looking at who's next. Then. I'm thinking like, Sancho's pretty much done. Obviously, whatever's thrashing out some figures, fine. Scouting team have got to pick up another player. Now I've heard about this, and I can't say it's centre back beginning with them. And I think, I mean, what do you think about him? Because personally, I think that deal's dead now. Which is something we need to discuss. Smalling, is he coming back for good? Like fucking what's it? It's like take that.
Take that.
Gary Barlow.
No, Robbie went in and came back.
Yeah, that's it.
Are we in about the same centre back here? Are we in about the same guy we were in about over there? Gabriel fucking
Yes. Magaluf.
Magaluf. I don't think United have got the ability to work on more than one deal at one time. I mean, I wouldn't mind us seeing us pull off a few different transfers at once, but I think we won't be looking at anybody else until we've got this Sancho one done. I don't see us having the fucking brain to be able to work on more than one deal at once. But with Smalling, I think he's only coming back, but I think he's only coming back because, obviously, like I said last night on last night's show, Roma won't pay the money. They agreed to it. I think they agreed to before the loan that they'd take him on loan, pay a £3 million fee with an obligation to buy for 17. And now that they know Smalling wants to stay, they're kind of like trying to lowball us, trying to get it for below what was agreed. So I think that's the only reason we're pulling him back. And obviously, he can't play in the Europa League now, even if he goes back to him. So I don't think that scuppers the Gabriel thing. I think Smalling will still leave. Because obviously you've got the likes of Juventus apparently sniffing around him. But stranger thing has happened. But obviously, if you can get money for him, and there's people out there obviously at the minute ready to buy him, then I don't see a situation in which he stays.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what you said there. I actually love what we've done, club, with this transfer. He like fuck our heels, but basically, gone. Do you know what? He's a really good player. Maybe not one that will, may not fit into our team right now. But over the years, if we analyse what's done for this club, he's actually been fucking solid. He has some really good. But he had a few injury problems. He had a few mistakes, but every centre back does. He's actually been solid, fuck. And he's gone over to Roma.
Our team of the year, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And look, reasons our defensive line needed a refresh. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't see Smalling as a part of our centre back going forward. That's a decision that he made, and it's that all us fans and the board have backed. Loaned him out to Roma, and he's performed his bollocks off. And he's been as good, if not better, than he's ever been. So why the fuck are we going to sell him on a cut price? You don't fucking want him, like you just said, mate. Other clubs will want him based on his form. And if other clubs don't want him and you don't want to pay the fee, we'll have him back. Like, if worst case scenario, we'll have him back. And he'll pay. And it won't be the end of the world for us. You know, I think we're getting to a point now where we're not sure. Fuck, do we need to pay as a cut price? And not on you. He's probably on what? 90, 100k a week? Salaries. Fuck you. And I'd be very inclined to get someone from the club. I'm sure they've done this. you don't want small to feel unwanted and unloved. So get someone from the club, go and meet him, tell him the situation. I know you wanted to stay at Roma. We all knew this. They didn't want you. Sorry. We as a club, Manchester United, value you way more. What this Italian mighty club value you.
Basically, a bit of friends on and trying to like weasel your way in, shoulder to cry out sort of thing. Like,
yeah, that's it, man.
me.
But he's got a future, getting on. But I'd throw a spanner in the works now and say if he did come back and accident. In the world on centre backs though, if we were to sign centre back, just say for instance, sign a centre that's good. Like I don't know his name, but he's gonna be either pushing Lindelof out or very close. We need to get rid of a centre back. Cannot go into a Squire, Lindelof, potential new centre back, Jones, Bay, and Zeeby. I've just riffed off six, and then you've got this Menji, who's probably going to play tomorrow, from what my fucking HP sort of telling me. Who are we getting rid of?
I think if you asked Ollie, he'd probably want rid of like at least 4 of them. But it's like I was saying last night. Smalling's probably the easiest one to get rid of because you've obviously got people who are interested. Like me and you said of a week, who the fuck's going to want to buy Phil Jones? Who's out there? Who's out there banging at the door going, "Give me Phil Jones, please, please, give him me." No one's out there wanting him. No one's out there. As much as I like Bailey because he's not roofed in right. Nobody's going to probably want to take a gamble on him unless Villarreal, his old team, want to go in for him. I mean, I like Tuanzebe. I think if Tuanzebe's fit and firing, he's probably our 3rd best centre back. But he's had his injury things as well. And then you've got fucking Rojo running around Argentina.
Rojo.
We've got all these centre backs, but fucking no one wants to buy them.
Fuck me. You know what? There was a time, Europa League. Rojo's my favourite. Love that little team. Obviously, completely easy. But Transibi for me, sometimes it's in a lot of football that the huge talents that just get unlucky. And I think Twanzebe, I genuinely think, and I know he's got a lot of supporters out there. The fans love him. I love him, but I think his time at United not over. But I think he's missed. He could have played the whole Europa League campaign for us. There's been times where he could have played league games for us, up games to be played, and he's just. And due to that reason, there is no way that Ollie is going to. When you go into a season, Premier League, Champions League, well, you need to pick your players, your squad, your players that are going to be fucking ready. Not going to go back to reserves, go back out on loan. If he's going to have a future at Man United, he has to go on loan. Has to fucking play every game. Not get in. I don't think he's. That pains me. But another unlucky one. It happens with people's careers all the time.
It seems to just be centre backs at our club.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. You've got Rojo, fucking always injured. You've got Jones. Now you've obviously got Tuanzebe, Bay. Something. What the fuck are they doing in training? Just running around booting each other or something. I don't understand.
But the Twanzebe one, I do find strange. Mark's back in Twanzebe saying that he'll be back. He had one season, bad injury, played all of last season.
That's the risk, isn't it? You could potentially loan him out again. He'll have another full season. Then when we need him again, he could do it again. It might be a case of our physios might be shy. We don't know. We honestly don't. We honestly don't know. We need to start shipping. We need to start being a bit more ruthless. Like we've hung on to Jones. I don't want to make this fucking me hating on Jones, sure, but we hung on to him arguably 5 seasons too long. I think it should be a case of if you got a player that's injured and is injured for like 1 or 2 more seasons, it should be like, right, well, we're pulling the plug on you. We need to start being a bit more ruthless. Like, I mean, as much as like Force Mensa's only just come back into it, I think arguably we should have maybe looked to get rid of him before now. We hang on to people just for the sake of having a body.
Mark says Twanzebe had 1 bad season. He actually only played 5 games.
45, is it? 46?
46. Played just over half the season. Did get come back from it for a couple of months, I think. And the season before that, he was loaned to him as well. But I think that's back after the season. So he was at Aston Villa 2. Not great. That's not, you know, you don't go to a championship side, play 30 games in 2 years and expect. I think you're so right with Bosu Mensah as well. We're playing him because his body in there. He doesn't have a future at Man United. Ollie has brought a ruthlessness back to United with what we've done with wankers, thieving a living out of us. The youth players don't do that. I don't want to ever put that bracket on them. Ollie just ruthless now with these fuckers. Like, they've had their chance. If they get injured, it's really unfortunate and it's unlucky, and you have to rebuild your career somewhere else. And you may fucking stop, come back. There's only like I could probably count the list of players on one hand that have left United and have actually done well. All of them just fucking tail off. That's the reason to leave. Pogba's one of them that obviously come back, but let's be honest, like, those who meant fucking end up at Crystal Palace, they're never going to get beyond that. Good. And then
there's very few players that we've left go that I'd have back. Like, I'd take Memphis back, but I can't think of many.
Yeah, I again with Memphis back potentially, but have now tough. You know, if we had Sancho as well, but it's just
Romano tweeted something.
What, today, just now?
2 minutes ago.
Breaking news. That's the situation for Sancho. Talks going on. Personal terms are good. It's up to the 2 clubs and it needs a bit of time. Still not agreed about the instalments and add-ons to arrive at the final fee. Talks are on a day-by-day basis. There's no deadline. That's just what we've said, right? Say this. Christian confirmed that the player's contract. So this is from Jan Arj, fucking whatever his second name. Jan Arj, Norway, call him. Christian confirming that players' contracts done. Dortmund still want 120 total fee. Things like this take time. Heard this. And to be fair, like fucking. Like, how do I compare it? It's like, if you were to give me now 60 grand and say go buy a car, I wouldn't go buy the first car. I'd have a look at a few, and the one that I feel like I want, I'd probably test drive it a few times. Just confirm that I definitely want that done. There's probably a little bit of that from Man United's point of view. Just wanting to make sure that the deal's right. It's a lot of money. Dortmund's point of view, they don't want to. They just want to make sure they're not getting. You know, because you can say it's easy to say, "Oh, just make it 6 million quid plus 6 million add-ons," but add-ons are fucking difficult. There's add-ons that like are guaranteed to pay. There's
Yeah, there's
also
unrealistic add-ons.
and there's there's add-ons, which means we're gonna pay 60 million. That's it.
Yeah, like
Like
Martial, he had some weird add-ons in his. Like,
yeah,
if he ever wins the World Cup, we have to pay Monaco 5 million. If he ever wins the Ballon d'Or, we have to give
exactly.
Monaco 5 million.
Mad. But then like them sort of add-ons, it's one of them. I would be inclined to stick them on a transfer, like just for a fucking laugh. Like, why don't we just go in with 60 million quid plus 60 million over 24, plus we'll give you another fucking 20 million quid if you win the Ballon d'Or. For fuck's sake, Jadon Sancho ever won the Ballon d'Or? I think United would have a spare 20 quid to throw at Dortmund. Like fucking hell, like we'd all. You could just fucking put an amnesty round for Man United fans, put £1 in a pot, and they'd get 20 million. Pretty fair.
Yeah. Give you fucking £2 million and £2 million in nectar points.
You know what you said about Martial? The funniest thing about that transfer, I've never heard the same figure. What that? Nobody fucking knows. I've even heard the Man United fans sing. I've been in the stands when they're singing 50 million down the drain, and then another part of the stadium singing 60 million down the drain.
I thought it was
30.
I thought it was 30, but it could rise to 50.
Exactly. So what the fuck is it? Like, I actually thought, so if you were to ask me, like on a pub quiz, how much did he go for? I'd say £35 million plus another, I think it was like 13. No, it was about 18, 20 million. 20 million add-ons. So 35 that could have gone up to 5. But
I always take it as the lowest fee. Because, say for example, if you get a new job tomorrow and they say to you, right, the first year we'll pay you 20 grand, and then the second year we'll pay you 22 grand, and then the fucking third year we'll pay you fucking 24 grand. You don't then go around telling everyone you're on 24 grand, do you? You tell 20 grand.
yeah, true. And
Right,
also,
but it's 20 grand for now.
and also, if you get a new job and they say, right, we're going to pay you a 30k basic, pay if that, okay,
No.
30k plus bonuses. What it is, you know? What we should sing is 30 million down the drain plus bonuses. Tony Marshall scores again. And again. You know what? Just on that, and I'm
for 10 goals a season.
yes. You know what a mad thing is about Martial though? Hindsight. A lot of hindsight. Vera at the time are absolute wankers. Martial, look. If you said from the base rate 30 million, fuck me. Can't even buy you like fuck. Well, some dodgy Bournemouth strike.
Yeah. How much did Solanke go for to fucking Bournemouth for it? 30 million from wherever the fucking rat's nest with Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and the mad thing is as well, you know, like when a club have a decent talent, he was never good. Like fucking.
Started his career off at Chelsea as well.
Sorry, dude.
Did he not start his career off at Chelsea? Fucking Solanke as well. He went fucking Chelsea, somewhere else, Liverpool, then fucking bought. Oh,
Let's have a look.
baffling.
Got the time. Solanke.
But getting back to Martial, though, it's crazy to think he's been here for 5 years. It feels like he's been here forever.
Hey, you're spot on. You're so spot on. He started his career at Chelsea.
Then was it West Ham or something?
He went on loan to like for 10. Then Liverpool obviously must have got free. No, 2017 he played games.
He must have been coming off the bench.
Must have been. Didn't score any fucking. Oh, he got 1 goal. Played 27 times with Liverpool that season. 1 goal. Bournemouth thought, whoa, he looks good. God.
Liverpool's owners must have just been like, when they were negotiating, but they were just saying to each other, back and get 30 million out of this guy.
Yeah.
Must have been like, he's going for it, he's taking it.
Exactly. And then what? Fucking Roma want to pay us like a fucking bag of fucking walkers for Smalling. They can jog on. Absolutely jog. I think we've covered most of the subjects tonight. Anything
There's
you feel
one
like
that,
we missed?
yeah, the most important thing of all, bigger than Sancho, bigger than everybody. Brandon Williams, new contract. Boom.
That's huge. Um, huge for him, not for us. Like he's always gonna play and shit like that. But
I
yeah,
think it identifies him as like not a first team player because he's not an out and out starting 11 yet. But I think it pretty much, lets him know that he's obviously now in that starting squad, not starting lineup, and he's no longer, like I said, he's no longer a reserve player or a youth player anymore. Now he's going to be one of the people that's going to obviously be on the periphery.
yes, I think that this is biggest coming up. They sound really naive. Not hard to break in the team as a player, full of adrenaline, fucking fit, all this shit. Second season is more about knowledge and talent, and that's where most of you players, your Makedas and all the other fuck, they all tail off. I don't see Brandon Williams doing that. However, just, I think that this is a season for him, and I don't know about your opinions. I don't actually know your opinions on this player, but I'm just going to tell you mine very quick. I think that he's got the perfect person to learn from him. Although you look short young, he's kind of been through it all at Man United. He's in multiple managers, well, really bad. That position really well, and I think he's actually quite astute. I think he could. I know he's young, but I think he's quite a role model star on Luke Shaw in general, really.
If he's going to learn anything from Shaw, I hope he learns it going backwards and not forward. Because Shaw frustrates the living fuck out of me going forward. But yeah, I mean, obviously Shaw isn't that old. But he's another one. He's like Martial. It feels like he's been with us for longer than he has. I think, what was it, 2015? He came to us, maybe 2014. I can't remember. Van Hal's first season.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
2014 or something. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, like you said, he's said the good and the bad. He's not obviously been not lifted the Premier League yet being the key word. But yeah, I think somebody else is going to help you cut. If he's going to, help Brandon come through and teach him a few things, it's only good for the squad, isn't it? Might not be the best for sure long term because he's going to be pretty much training his replacement. But competition's healthy. Competition's good.
I've just been informed that I was having slight audio issues, which is really frustrating because it's just down to the fact that my mic wasn't close enough to me. Fuck's sake. Furious with that. But we fix that now. Just move it up. Easy as that. Yeah, he has. He's been here a little while, Luke Shaw. For such a young lad, I think is well, he's not that young. What, 25? That's like prime. He's in his fucking prime. But it's a big season for Luke Shaw as well because he didn't know that he had Brandon Williams, breathing down his neck at the start of last season. He's got direct replacement now. Knows that he's not going to play in the Europa League. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirmed that he won't be back till the start of the season. This is huge for him. I think the left back's a position we don't have to worry about. Right back, the same, to be honest. Centre backs are really solid. Did you know? I don't know if you saw Ollie's. It wasn't Ollie, it was. Fuck it, I saw it somewhere. Maybe on Talksport. United had the most clean sheets out of fucking anyone in Europe last season.
I haven't seen that one.
The most clean sheets out of everyone in Europe. For a defence that's supposedly kind of wank, and for a goalkeeper that was throwing points in the bin, actually mad. That's such a mad stat. So hey ho. I mean, we did get the Golden Glove, so we got the most clean sheets in the Premier League.
Not bad for a PE manager, PE teacher. Sorry.
Bad. This is what happens when you farmers every Europa League. Suppose there probably was a lot of clean sheets in the Europa League. That's just that. So, just a very quick one, very very quickly. On tomorrow, we are playing a team that I refuse to name because I don't even want to know who they are. What are they called?
Lask.
Lask. Fucking hell. What a shit name for a football team.
Might as well be called Dynamite for dinner, ladies.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I don't even want to see our B team. I want to see the youth team out. Like for me, mate. I don't know about you, but to make games like this interesting, there needs to be a youth player on there that we're all excited about because it gives us something to watch. So for me, I want to see that young centre back Menji playing. Apart from that, I could probably name our starting 11. I mean, we're looking like a Garlo.
Yeah, it's pretty much said, hasn't it, that it'll be pretty much the exact same as the first leg. I don't think Fernandez will be playing though. He played in the first leg. I don't think he'll be playing.
No, that's fair. So we're looking like a Garlo, Mata, Lingard. I can actually move comments up ever slightly. There. Yeah, a Garlo, in Lingard, fucking Mata, Omni, Fred. Didn't he play a really decent back four though against Lask last time? I swear Maguire may have played, which would be madness. Pereira will play. You're probably looking at. You know who I'd like to see play? I'd really like to see Dallo play.
I think the days are numbered.
But why? But why?
Last
Has he got an attitude problem?
I think he just doesn't offer anything going backwards. I just don't think he's good defensively. Going forward, I said last night, I think he's awesome going forward. He delivers one
Hell of a cross, yeah, it's so good.
It's like, yeah, you can tell you can tell the reason he was brought in. Put it that way. With under Mourinho, you can tell that he'd obviously been the person fucking whipping it into fucking Marouane and Lukaku. But I don't think he's going to get a chance. I think it'll be Ethan Laird, whatever you want to call him. And if not, might be Falzu.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Lard, calling him Lard, fuck it. Coming up from the youth is George, so yeah, Dallo may go right wing. I'd play just some mad random team.
If he's in the squad, I'd play Hannibal. He's called Hannibal Magebury. He's a youth player. Yep. He's got a big fuzzy hairdo like Chong.
Yeah, I mean Chong, man. But fuck, if Chong don't play in this game, surely like he just signed a contract for nothing. Like, again, hanging on to players way beyond their time. Why matter? He has no future at this club. I love the guy, but he's done. Surely he's got to go in the summer, or does he just want to take that paycheck?
Did we not already just give him the contract?
I think we did, which seems crazy. Guy's gonna again.
Yeah, he got a 3-year contract. Matic got like a 3-year contract. Fucking Jones got did Jones get like a 5-year deal or a 4-year deal? Like, at which stage did we stop giving? Did we start? Because remember, we used to only give people above 30 1-year contracts, and now all of a sudden we're giving fucking Mata long contracts. I like the guy as a person, but I like the people I work with, and they wouldn't be good enough to play for Man United. I think unless the only thing I can think of is the reason he's playing is maybe to help some of the youngsters. maybe just try and teach them a few things. But I think if you're using him for that, maybe why not take him on as a coach or something? I don't think he's good enough to start anymore. He's fucked. His legs are going. He's like a German Shepherd. You just see he's putting out his misery at this stage.
I like that one. Put him out his fucking misery. No one is coming in for Jones. Fucking hell. West Ham are. Moisey kept them up. Moisey's gonna buy them all. Moisey's gonna get fucking Mata helicoptered into fucking Bradford. We all know it. But to summarise, boys, girls, men, women.
I think before you go, Ross, I think you might want to do one thing for Mark. Just get the arms behind the back of the headrest.
To summarise, boys. This show was about Jadon Sancho. Sancho, I still think he's coming. Cedric still thinks he's coming. We just think it's just a bit of Twitter bullshit that happens. I think that the reason why we feel like it's a setback because there's just been wank random Twitter in the know bellends pretending like they know he's coming where he isn't. So that was Sancho done. We believe that United will need to sign another defender, being that maybe a centre back, given the fact that Chris Smalling still probably will get sold. And then, what we haven't spoken about, which we should just do very, very quickly. Our viewers are shooting up the longer we're live. Do you mind staying on for a little bit?
I'm cool.
You buy a centre midfielder?
What about, sorry?
Buy a centre midfielder?
Yeah, definitely. Well, do you mean as a defensive side, or do you mean somebody
Anywhere?
Yeah, 100%. I'd fucking hell. I'd have had that done and dusted by now. I'd have got Partey in 50 million with these calls. It's a no-brainer. I honestly have no idea why that's not been done yet. I'd have brought in him. I'd have brought in. Well, I think Grealish is next on the horizon as well. Is there Ross? Ross?
Blue Snowball. I am here if you can hear me. I just had to do a bit of mic stuff. I can sort that out for him. That's fine.
I am here if you can hear me.
I've got you. Yeah, no, I just had to change my audio because my audio was being really, really shit. So I just I reprogrammed it, which I did mid-stream. I thought you would talk for longer. You sold me down the fucking river. You said 4 words. Now he's saying the volume's too high. Well, I did that on purpose because it was too low due to a reason. What we're talking about, centre midfielders, Partey. I do find it strange. You said that there, that United haven't got in for it. This 50 million thing. It just seems like if a player's been linked to Arsenal, you just don't go in for him. I do find that weird. I do think he's going to go to Arsenal. I'm hoping. I may be speaking out of turn here. Sorry?
He's too good for him. He's far too good for Arsenal.
Well, hopefully they'll just ruin him like they have Pepe. So I genuinely think Pepe is a really good player, and they've made him look like an absolute bot.
Special
Well, do you not think he's a good player?
No, because I thought he was a lot younger than what he was. I thought he was like 21, 20.
How old is he?
He's like 26, 27.
Oh.
I looked at him as a 20-year-old, and I'm like 22-year-old. I'm like, I can see, I think when he grows up a bit, he might be a bit better. And then I looked at his fucking stats. I'm like, the other guy's like a full-grown man. He should be doing miles better than what he is.
Yeah, that's so fair. Right, I think we should come to an end. Apologies about the audio issues, boys. I will get there. Every time I stream like this, it gets better We got transparent comments this time. Huge updates on Real United Talk. Dedrick has been like the fucking best and perfect guest as ever, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Alright, thanks for having me.
Jadon Sancho to United is gonna happen, boys. Just fucking believe. And don't read all the hype. Archie Monkey said once.